Oh, so we get stars. That's nice. Prince, leave it alone, Prince. Leave it alone. Damn talk. Talk is hard-headed as hell. We don't listen.
What is he?
It looks like his tree. Mukma, can you bring me? Let me see if I can mute some shit on here. Well, it's not ready yet. Why these fucking glasses, man? I swear I can't see with them or without them. This is straight torture. Swallow, baby. I can't see. Like, I'm struggling. Hi, boo. How you feeling? You hanging in there? I'm coming in. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mama's Day. Me was popping me. That's my girl, the Sagittarius crazy ass. She funny. She be having me rolling. You know, I had to come out of my bat cave for a little bit and say what's up and check up, you know, show some love. What's going on? How y'all feeling out there? Y'all hanging in there? I know it's wild, right? I can't see, y'all. I've got these damn glasses on, trying to feel like taking these shits off, but then I can't see shit. I can't see with them or without them. I'm all fucked up. I'm fucked up out here. Thank you. Yeah. You know, all you can do is just ride the fucking wave. Let nothing stop you. Yes, we gonna get major pushback. Hi, Ty. We gonna catch major pushback. Hi, baby. What's going on? But you have to stay focused. Like, I'm being challenged in so many different ways, man. It was like, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could hold on. This shit is too much for me. But, you know, we got to keep pushing through no matter what. You know, you got to keep pushing through. Tests is going to come in so many different levels and forms. Like I said, everything I had said in the last time, it just seemed like people been tripping. And I'm like, what's the problem? What's the issue? You know, and sometimes I'm scratching my head, you know, but I'm like, fuck that. I'm not folding. We did not come this far for nothing. I don't give a fuck who it is. You know what I mean? What they claim they are, who they claim they are. You just need to know who the fuck you are and stand firm on your circle. I don't say square, I say circle. So, you know, because it's round and around. It's infinite. It's boundless. A square can box you in. That's how I see it, you know? So I don't say square. Because when I think of square and where I'm from Yonkers, right? And there was this place I used to visit growing up, and it was called the Getty Square. You know, and then I think about Madison Square. And then I'm like, shit, what's with all these fucking squares? And me being the person that likes to look at things on a metaphysical level, I'm like, that something ain't right with that. They naming these streets for a reason, you know, to remind us that we on a fucking square. No, I disagree from my perspective. I don't know about everybody else. But from my perspective, I ain't fucking with your square. You not gonna square me and box me in. We not in no boxing match. You know, every time that you think of something, it's in a fucking box. I don't want to be put in the box. Get me the fuck up out of here. So I'm fighting too, but yeah, discipline. Complacency is so dangerous, y'all. It's so uncomfortable. I promise you, it's very uncomfortable. So like my birthday just passed, and I'm normally boo-hooing, crying, but this time I ain't even cry. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I was able to even see this age, because I should have been this shit. After all the stuff I've been through and the stuff that I did, man, listen. That's why I say life experiences will take you there. You know what I mean? Especially when you've been in the underbelly, like, you know, and you done seen some things, and we all have on at a different degree, right? But man, I'm like, shit, I'm surprised I'm here to even tell a story, because I did a lot of crazy shit, you know, growing up or coming up, or not having the knowledge of who I was, or what was really going on in my own mental construct, you know. So you'll keep learning, but what you do is just don't give up, because I know about that dark night. Dark night is dark night will keep you there, will keep you stagnated, will keep you like shit. You'll be contemplating all kinds of craziness, because you will feel like there's no way out of that shit. You know, like you just can't see the light. You just can't, you just hopeless. Like that's what it felt like for me. And I was sitting in that for years, okay? For a very long time. Until, you know, it dawned on me like, damn, you know, if I created all it is, then I gotta have the power to reverse it, right? So that's when I started to really just start putting things to test. Of course, I do believe in a higher power. You know, I'm gonna talk my shit when it comes to certain... what is it? My thing is I don't want to battle and beef with nobody. We all have our own belief systems, religions, whatever, but please don't push that shit on me, because I've already seen it. I've already went through that, and what was exposed to me, I didn't like it. You know, it's not for me. It doesn't resonate with my soul. Like, I can still feel the trauma from what happened, and there's a reason why I'm repulsed. I don't want to say the word repulsed, but there's a reason why I rejected, you know, and it all began to make sense, but it didn't make sense to me until later on in life. So little by little, I had to get these breadcrumbs. This shit just ain't fall on my lap like that. So when I know that people now are going through their own awakening stages, and I'm like, okay, don't rush it. You know, you definitely do your own research and go according to what you feel internally and what you perceive, because we're all going to see things differently and have a different experience, but it's going to begin to make sense like a puzzle piece. That's the only way I can explain it, because that's how the information came from me, and everything that I was supposed to remember, I remembered. Even years prior, like certain events or a certain message, and it could have came from anyone, even someone off the street that you least expect. That's why, you know, you hold on to these things. Don't throw everything out. You know, it's okay to have an open mind. Eat the meat, spit the bones out. Take what resonates for you. You know, this shit is truly all mental. You got to almost psych yourself into happiness. Well, you should just stay in that state of mind, regardless of how shit look, right? Even if you probably only got 5 cents in your fucking pocket, you know, happiness should already be within. You know what I mean? You should, no matter what. That's why I be like, gratitude. Even though I may not have everything that, well, what society deems, you know, successful. But fuck that. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't give me what I want. I've had those things. That's easy for me to achieve. But what the fuck is it gonna do for me if I'm sad, right? Like if I'm depressed or feeling the blues and shit, and then I got all this money and I could go on trips and do that. What? It ain't gonna help. You feel me? It's not gonna help me. So I had to really get to that level of bottoming out to really truly understand what it meant. You know, and sometimes it's gonna be like that. You know, you may have to bottom out for a second and then you'll come back up and shit will begin to make sense. But you gotta put the grind in too. It's not like it's just gonna fall on your lap. You, like I said, if you find something you gifted at, you fucking run with it. Master it, learn it, love it, you know, and don't let no one stop you or tell you different, because now I do see that there's a lot of stuff going on, you know, especially in this community. So, but I'm from the streets, so this shit don't even, it's like a walk in the park for me at this point. Because I've been around treachery all my fucking life. So really, I'm not fazed by it, you know. But it is sad that you always have to keep your guard up, because some people are truly bugged out and will try to bring harm to anything, your loved one or something to that nature. But I don't even, you know, think that way. Like, ain't shit touching nothing, you know. I command that, you know what I mean? So, but it has been a little, it has, yeah, I can't see shit. Let me, hold up. These fucking glasses is so damn foggy. I'm trying to talk to you with I don't know why they put these lines here. I know they for reading, but it's not helping me. Cause now I look like my father looking up trying to fucking read the words, and I can't see. I can't see for shit. But you know, you gotta just keep doing what you're doing. I'm so glad you're in a better space, Darla. It's gonna get better. Just hang in there, sis. I know that feeling. I know that feeling. You know, and I didn't even think I would survive that, because it was just like I felt like giving up. You know, and then when I was, you know, taking pills or whatever. Now, you know, people expect us to, you know, hide that or feel bad about our past. But that's what tells your story. That's, you know, that shows what you've been through too. You know, now it's not no badge of honor or anything to that nature, but it shows that you were fucking forced to be reckoned with. You know, especially if you've been battling obstacles since touchdown. And since you hit Earth, you've been shadow boxing. Right. And it's going to be a bigger picture. Just hold on. Don't get discouraged. Don't let no one discourage you, because you will have that. You will find people that will try to test you, that will try to discourage you. You know, move from, like me personally, I'm honestly a loving person. I really am. I'm chill. I'm a calm person, cool. I like to get along with everybody. It doesn't even matter who. Like, if you cool, I'm cool with you. You know what I mean? You could be someone that's living in the street. We buddies. You know, if I could buy you something to eat, then here. Because I learned some stuff from, like I said, from different people, different walks of life. You just can't overlook anyone, because you don't know who that person could be. That could be a whole earth angel. And you being tested to see what you would do. But at the same time, you got to use discernment too. Because some of these people there's some crazy motherfuckers out here. You know what I mean? What's up, Nika? How you doing, my love? So, you know, for me, like I said, it's through trial and error. And damn, I've been hitting that fucking wall. Like, I was like a whole crash dummy out here. I had to keep fucking hitting it. tourist thing, I guess. I'm hard-headed, you know, so I had to keep hitting it. Like, bitch, you ain't learned your lesson yet? You want to go for another round? Yes! I'm back out there again. Off to the fucking races. Hi, Mika. How you doing? Now I'm just tired. I'm like, okay, you verse. I don't want no more smoke. I'm done. I surrender. I surrender. I don't want to do this no more. Happy Mother's Day to y'all. I'm like, okay, you know, I'm tired of getting my ass whipped. And I suffered. I did suffer. Because, you know, we know deep down we have a calling or it's something we supposed to be doing, but we just don't know what it is, you know. But I'm a firm believer in someone that, you know, I feel that we all go through certain, you know, a training. You know what I mean? Like we go through certain things that we get our experience from. You know what I'm saying? So when we do start that process and go through those levels of awakenings, because there are levels, and it, like I said, all begin to make sense. But at the beginning, shit. Thank you. I was hard-headed. You couldn't find me. I was gone with the wind. There was nowhere to be found. I was ghost out this motherfucker, legitimately. Like, if I want to go party, do whatever, I had to learn. And I had to learn that the hard way. You know, I can't pretend like, you know, things for me was just all prissy and I'm this little angel. Nope, not at all. Not by a long shot. I could get greasy. You know, if I wanted to. I could be real greasy out here. But that's not my core, you know. And now I'm okay with that. I'm comfortable with that. And I'm not going to let nobody make me feel like, oh, you shouldn't say this or say that or carry yourself this way. Man, fuck out of here. You know, this ain't that and that ain't this. Like, we are all walking our own journey and let people just be them. As long as you're not out there trying to hurt somebody, bring harm to someone, you know, then it shouldn't be a problem. We all should have the objective of wanting better for ourselves, you know, especially for our kids, right? That's my only objective, you know. I'm trying to fix things, trying to straighten out some shit that I wasn't paying attention to back then. And now it's in my face. And I have no choice but to pay attention to it. That's how the universe works. And then we in that Pluto retrograde and all them retrogrades too. That shit came back to me like, boom, look at this. And I had no choice but to look, and I couldn't ignore it. You know, but I'm in a better state of mind where now I could handle it better. You know, I could deal with it. It's uncomfortable. I'll tell you it is. It's a lot of work and steps that have to be done. And I'm not one that really likes change. But I know it has to happen, you know. Yeah, surrender. It ain't even... Don't even try to fight it. I'll save you a bit of trouble. I'll save you a few broken bones and head injuries, whatever it is I can save you from. Don't even bother. Don't even try it. Just surrender to it, because you have the info now. The fact that we all have met up says you're on that path already. You know, you just gonna have to go through what we all been through, you know, certain levels, but you'll get there and you'll meet the right people at the right time. It's not a rush, you know, it's not a race. You know what I mean? Because everybody wants to rush and no, we are all doing our own thing. And y'all are so gifted, you know, so many of y'all I see that have a lot to offer. And I'm happy for y'all. Like, you know, because why do we have to compete and hate on one another? That makes no sense. It's enough for everybody. We all have our own style. Just and adopt your style, you know, and show love to those that you want to see win. And I want to see everybody win, even if I'm slowing down at the moment or not where I want to be. There's a reason for that. It ain't my time to do all that yet. I know what I'm doing, you know. But when people are doing their thing, I'm happy for them, you know. Even when I was going through the depression, oh gosh, oof, that dark night. Motherfucker. I don't know. I heard there's actually more than one, and that could be true. Oh, thank you. But I think the one that like keeps you so fucked up for years, that's the one that I was in. That kept me there for years. Oh, like it was a very, very, very long ass time for me. You know, I was just hanging on faith and hope, but hope is not even good enough. You really have to know, and something deep down within me knew, like, it's gonna change. Whatever it is I'm experiencing, it's gotta happen like this, because it has a story behind it, you know. It may help someone else later, who knows. But I know nothing was for a reason, you know. So now I don't hold that much animosity or blame anyone for anything, from none of my misfortunes, because when you do that, you're basically telling the universe, okay, give me some more. You know what I'm saying? Hit me with some more misfortunes. You know, all these things you're gonna be feeling on inwardly about you, these people will actually show themselves, you know, in physical form, right? And even I had to see that. Even with my own close relatives, there was something in them showing me like a shadow aspect of myself. And I'm like, shit, I gotta take a look at that. I can't ignore it, you know? Hey, boo, how you doing? I had to look at that. And I'm like, damn, what is it trying to tell me? What is he or she trying to say to me? What is it that I need to work on? And that's all about growth. You're checking yourself. It's daily. You got to constantly do it. And no, you're not going to be perfect. You know? Hi, Romeo. How are you, my love? I love your song, man. That song keep me grounded. I ain't going to lie. Cause we all in a loony bin, but you gotta have some kind of fun while you're in this loony bin, right? Cause this shit starts to make sense when you observe, when you watch, and you level up a little in consciousness. Like, things will begin to make sense for you, and this shit is truly mental all day, every day, every day. Every day. If it's not one thing, it's going to be another. So it's just a way of life at this point. So when I say happiness, it has to already be within you. Like, you got to already have it. You got to already stay in the attitude of gratitude, regardless. You know, even if you're not in the happiest home or happiest block, or, you know, chaos is, you know, going on all over the place, it can always be worse than that, you know. And just being able to get up in the AM in the morning and see the sun rise, gratitude, you know, because your peoples could have came in and got you. You know what I mean? Because it's happening, you know. So And I just stay in that mindset, and be like, okay, now what can I work on today? Because I know I ain't perfect. I have a lot of layers to shed. I still got aspects of myself that ain't all the way gone, but my core is love. I know my heart and my core nature is nurturing, love, compassion. That is my core me, but I do have a side that can be a little out there if provoked, if mad, if angered, and we all have that. So for me, it was truly learning to balance it out, not be not letting it override me, but learning to override it, learning to override my lower aspect of myself. Or like I said, your ass will be sitting in the depression in the dark room waiting to die. I mean, it's your choice, and word love. And that was it for me. And it's not easy to do when people have done you so wrong or, have violated, right? But now it's like it put me in a spot like, okay, well, as bad as I want to hurt, or not hurt, but I want revenge sometimes. Past shit. But that's in the past. That's gone. It's over with. I cut those cords. I forgave. I'm at peace with it. Whatever they was going through at that time, I try to put myself in their shoes that maybe they lacked the love. They didn't get the love. Like that saying goes, hurt people, and but I know the core of who I am is love. I'm from Venus. I'm Libra Taurus. Like, I can't help but be love. Yeah. It's man. That has been a struggle for me, but like that shit came in my face too. Let me tell you, this Pluto return, and I'm a Scorpio North Node. It's in my 4th house, so it's kicking up dust. It's kicking up some shit for me. Yup, society and bullying, a lot of things I haven't spoken about as of yet because I have to keep it off the internet for a little while. It's some ill stuff happening within society, within people that we are looking to. Well, I don't, but your politicians, your police, your officials, all these people in power. Man, if you knew how deep this rabbit hole went, I'm a witness to it. I've seen it for myself, and now that I am more where I'm at with it, as far as on a mental, like I broke that shit. I don't know if I was under some type of MK Ultra or whatever, but let me tell you, I was out there, zombied out, whatever you want to call it, and it all started from taking medications for my rheumatoid arthritis because I was diagnosed with that around 28, 29, and so I'm, innocently not thinking that something from a pill bottle will fucking turn my life upside down. You know what I mean? Like, that was a goddamn beast, and I've done everything. Like, I partied, I drank, and none of that had a chokehold on me the way them pharmaceuticals did. And it turned my life upside fucking down, and to come out of that and to break that, it takes a lot of strength. It takes perseverance. It takes determination. You cannot give up. Because once I was able to give up on that, I was still connected to the system via the clinic. So they had me taking some liquid shit, you know? Yup. Facts, Romeo. So every day, now this was when I hit, this is when I really went into the dark night. When I had to go into that clinic every fucking day to drink medication just to stop withdrawing. And I'm like, why am I here? Why am I here? I'm seeing babies in there. You understand? Salute. Thank you. I'm seeing little kids in there. You know, my shit was never heroin or meth. I'll be honest. It was pills, like the Percocet. It was painkillers, opiates. You know, so, and I'm telling this because people need to know. You know how bad this shit is. Like, all I thought about was the pharmacy. All I could think about which doctor I was, you know what I mean? Like, yo, that, like, the wheels. You talk about somebody that was a trickster and creative. That's when I was with it. I ain't never felt so creative in my life because I was chasing that. It was the worst thing. I don't ever want to go back to that shit. You understand? Like, it fucked me up. I lost part of me. Everything fell apart. Me and my children got separated. We went through a lot, you know, and I would never want to wish that shit on nobody. And it all started from one prescription, yo. One fucking prescription. And then it was off to the races after that. I was in too fucking deep. Something that was a little small little monkey on my back grew into a silverback gorilla. Okay? And then it took years to come off of that. Word. We don't. So once I got into the clinic, the only way I could get off of that is that I had to go through this clinic. Now, this is where I saw the underbelly of things and how they was making money off of us. You know what I mean? My apologies. This happens all the time when I'm live, and this must be one of my sons. I'm okay. I'm live. All right. You went and got your hair cut. All right, cool. Let me see. Oh well, you look nice, fresh and dapper.
Oh, thank you.
That's my one of my twins. So right. Mr. Romeo, Brother Romeo said, peace, salute. I'm trying to talk to him. That's why I need some, the brothers to come through, push through harder, because us moms, we don't know all the answers. I'm not going to pretend like I got all the answers. I know I'm a divine feminine and all that, but I need that masculine energy to balance shit out too, And so I'm glad that there are guys that I'm cool with, friends with, that I could turn to, talk to, like, just in case I need advice, because I know I'm not going to have it, not from a man's perspective, But I forgot what I was saying now. But yeah, so they put me on, I went into this clinic. So I was basically under the same umbrella. And going there time after time, I noticed that my body was changing. It wasn't healing the same way. I just noticed things, and I couldn't help but notice how people were beginning to walk, how they were talking. Like, that was the real zombie shit. I don't know what they talking about, this zombie apocalypse, but this shit been here. It been here since the crack epidemic. Please believe me. It been here. So, but they're not talking about things to that. They only talking about shit what they want us to know on the mainstream. But off the mainstream, off the news, is greasy out here. And what they're doing is terrible. Okay? So many times I got caught up and swept up in some bullshit with you know, them giving you a dirty urine. They'll give you a dirty urine just to keep you in their program. Remember, this is about money. That's all you mean to them. You're nothing but dollars to these people. And if they can keep you from really snapping and waking the fuck up, they gonna keep drugging you. And unfortunately, some people feel like they can't break that cycle, but you can break it. You know, I broke it. I just one day I don't know, I was on a very high, and I was on a high milligram, and I don't even know why. I wasn't a needle user. I wasn't I'm not trying to say, well, this drug better than that is different from that way. The drug is a drug is a drug is a drug. It really doesn't matter, right? But I realized that they fucking had me zooted out. Like, a part of my brain was so fucking, excuse my language, was so, like, it was just, I can't even explain this feeling. But the enemy knew this was bullshit. You know, the enemy was able to see past this illusion. And then they had this one particular clinic between two funeral homes. Like, yo, that shit just was creepy to me. And then I noticed the pharmacy. Then I noticed the liquor store. Then I noticed the papi, the bodega. And I just started piecing things together, because for me, I look at patterns, you know? And eventually, I'm like, I'm done with y'all. I don't want to do this shit no more. That was part of my dark night of the soul. When I finally said, look, you know, higher power, ancestors, universe, if this is it, then let me go then. You know, like, fuck it, give me death. Because I can't do this no more. And that's exactly how I felt and said. I'm like, I'll face it head on if this is gonna be the remainder of my life. You know, just give me. I'll take it. And that's when I didn't fear death at that fucking point. Cause I was willing to go. You feel me? Like, you really have to, I was in that state of mind where I was just like, just give me. I'm just, whatever happens, happens. Because I knew that I was done. And I finally, you know, broke that spell when I told them that I'm discharging myself, and they tried to tell me, no, you got to see a doctor and you got to wean yourself off. I said, I've been playing this game with y'all for the longest, and now I see what y'all doing to people. You have fucking children in here. 16, 17-year-olds dope the fuck up, and you're not even letting them go. Not to mention, hi, Dad, you got people pushing fentanyl in on the corners, and you got underground people making this shit. Like, we don't know what be going on. It's in your own neighborhood, you know? And I can't help but call all of that out. Maybe that's dangerous, who knows? But I don't have that kind of fear where I have to worry about, you know, someone trying to do harm to me because I see something that's just unjust. You know what I'm saying? And I hate when people be like, well, they made that decision, that's their choice. You don't know that. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what that person went through. You have no fucking idea what they may have suffered or anything to make them even go that route. You don't know how it even started. With me, it was just a fucking prescription. You see what I'm saying? So everybody's story is going to be different, you know? But I finally said, that's it. I'm off your shit, and I left the program. And it's been, 4 years now? It happened in May. It happened the beginning of May, I remember. And I think it was around right before the 2020 or around that. And I haven't looked back since. you know, and I'm not planning to go back. I have whatever I went through physically, because let me tell you, a lot of people are stuck on that shit because of the physical withdrawal. That's what keeps them dependent. It's not a euphoric feeling that you think you get. It's more physically. So when they got you physically, that's the worst type of feeling, because you can't shit. That shit is so hard to shake, because now your body is going through all these different illnesses and changes and vomiting, even seizures, restlessness. It's just a effed up feeling to be in, you know, and that's probably why it's so hard for people to come off of it, because they don't want to deal with them withdrawals, but they replace it with another drug, which is my apologies. Shut up, print, stop. My apologies. This is so hard for me to do videos and talk, because interruptions. You know, what's today? Today, what is today? What's today's energy? Yes, you know me. I gotta look. What's today? The 6 of diamond. Oh, okay. So that's a good. That's for who? Oh, okay. Thank you. I have no idea.
Let's open it. I love opening.
I have no idea what this is, my love. So do it over there, Mukma. Do it over there. So as I was saying, when you put your mind on something and you done dealing with it, and you have a higher calling, you have a higher faith, even though I don't practice religion or whatever, I knew I was talking and praying to somebody, my higher self, my higher spirits, my higher guides, you know. And then, of course, my dad does pray a lot. And that, what is that? Oh, that helped me as well. Okay, thank you, my love. That, you know, those prayers helped as well. You know, I couldn't have done all of it alone without my family being there, as far as like my dad and my stepmom and them, especially during the time I was going through those changes, because it was fucking brutal. I honestly didn't know how I even survived it. And then when things leveled out, I was still stuck, because now I'm chained to something I no longer want to be a part of. And I know it's affecting the way that I'm thinking, the way that I'm feeling. I know that what I'm being told is not the truth. I know what I'm seeing around me can't be the truth. Like there's something more to this, you know. And that's when I begin to just really look for those answers within myself. And definitely I stopped playing like I was the victim of it all, because the more I felt I did that, the more shit I got swung my way. So when you change that mindset and you become the victor and you start rising up from it and not staying in a position where you feel like you're defeated or you have no power or no fight or no nothing within you, then that's when things will start whooping your ass, because you are in a defeated state of mind. But when you rise up and you know you have it, and you know that you are on the right hand side of God, and He's with you, she's with you, they're with you, however you want to say it, claim it, call it, you know that you can come out of that. You know, but it's definitely going to take mind power. It's going to take you really trusting in who you are. You really digging deep down, deep down inside within self, and finding that light, that spark that's sitting there waiting for you the whole damn time for you to acknowledge it, you know. And that's when you will begin to start going through your transitions, your transformations. You're right, rising from the ashes, you know. You are going to come out of that. Now, I'm going in that direction. It's a metamorphosis. you know, and when they say it's a metamorphosis, it's a real thing. It has to be, because I witnessed it myself. For me, that shit was a metamorphosis. From someone that was on one life path to fucking Never Never Land. You understand what I'm saying? Never Never World, or wherever it was. I didn't belong there, you know. But I realize now I was put there for a reason, because I was exposed to some things. I just didn't realize that was my assignment. You see what I mean? That was part of my assignment. Whatever I was going through that, you know. So now that I'm not on that no more, and I can have better insight, and when I see other people suffering through it, you know, they have to be ready for one, but they gotta find motivation. You know, they have to find that spark that's within them, because a lot of people truly have lost hope, and they make it so hard for you to try to get help, to try to get off. They will railroad you in so many different ways. Even if you try to go cold turkey or taper down or anything to that nature, and don't be connected to the system as far as probation or the jail or court, they'll fuck around and probably give you a messy urine. You know, this is how grimy these people get down. And I sat on this, and I'm watching like, I can't believe how y'all doing. I just can't believe I'm witnessing this. This is the shit that they do. Everything that's being pushed in your neighborhoods, they're all connected. It ain't no, we don't know how that got here. No, you need a top tier level higher up to get shit moving through here, okay? And you already know who they be, right? So, but if you know someone that's going through it, or that's in that particular clinic, I can only speak for that. For me, what helped, once again, like I said, is having a mindset that's it. You got to be ready. You got to be willing to put the work in. You got to be willing to be uncomfortable and go through that shit. Them withdrawals, like, that's uncomfortable. I did not like that. I couldn't sleep for 4 or 5 days. I mean, I was up for days trying to shake that shit off of me, you know? But I did it, you know? And I guess it leveled out. You know, I would say probably within 90 days, you'll feel so much better. And then before you know it, a whole damn year done went by. Then another 2 years done went by. You see what I'm saying? It's all fucking mental, you know? And then a lot of it too, when I went through that with the physical, because again, that's what holds people back, is the part of feeling uncomfortable. Nobody wants to feel that. Be willing to go through these things, but understand your mind is more powerful, you know, and you can absolutely override it. You have to trust yourself. You have to know you can override it. Okay? And that takes serious strength, but it can happen. And certain teas, I don't know if I could say that on here, because that would be considered medicinal. I don't know. Some, you know, look up teas. You know, they got teas on Etsy that will help you, like chamomile, clipper dagger, things like that, to help with the feeling uncomfortable, the restlessness, things to that nature. There's stuff out there if you're willing to put the research in, you know, because I see a lot of people are really messed up, and I've been seeing it a lot lately since I've been looking. I try not to watch the news, but sometimes when I do see it younger kids are getting hit harder. and of course they have went after the Generation Z. Every generation has been jacked up from the 70s, the epidemic with the crack, which was the biggest explosive, okay, that offset this shit to where we at right now. On top of the music, on top of the frequencies that they're releasing, they know that everything is visual, colors, all these things matter. So they know how to play with these things. You know, they know how to release a certain frequency. The colors, they can reverse them. It's all over, it's all around us. But when you become aware, if you choose to, and you have questions, you'll see it. It will start to make sense to you. You know what I'm saying? Especially like for me when I watch They Live, or when I watch the X-Files. Hey Keish, when I watch certain things like that, I'm like, damn, I was thinking that same thing, but every time I said something, I was told I was crazy for thinking that. Like, oh, nah, she thinking too far out the box. Yeah, you right. I'm not in your box. Don't put me in the fucking box. I don't like boxes. I don't. You know? So, and see, Key knows too, because she's all about the symbolisms. Hi, boo. She knows too. She even knows that even with the Big Apple in New York, they use that as a symbol. You see, and they took they bit the apple on top of that. Do you know what that means metaphorically, energetically? They biting on us. They eating on us because we are the fucking apple, you know? But you would have to study some knowledge. You'd like study certain books, I guess, or get into, learning more about hidden knowledge. Every time if I say occult, the minute I say that occultism, it's like, oh, they devil worship it. Oh, that's of evil. No, it just means it's hidden from you. That's it. It's hidden information, hidden knowledge that you may that something or someone or indoctrination has scared you from looking at. That's all that means. Why wouldn't you want to know what the hell you dealing with? You know, I do. Maybe I'm hard-headed. Maybe that's why my ass kept getting thrown around the planet. Because I didn't want to learn. No, that ain't. It's just that I was supposed to look in that area. I suffered because I didn't look. You know, I suffered because I had fear. I suffered because I was scared of learning about my own self. And I'm listening to what other people are telling me about me. You see what I mean? How the fuck can someone tell you who you are? And they give you a book and you gotta, abide by those rules like this. You shouldn't have to live by a book. You should know this intuitively. What the fuck you need a book of rules for? You know? That doesn't make sense to me. So, but I digress. But still in all, I started to notice a lot of things. Lala, ven aquí. Vámonos. Ándale. It's just like a lot of things. It all began to make sense for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I just started questioning everything. Like something gotta give. I need answers. Especially after all of that. And everything that I've gone through, there was a reason behind it. I don't believe none of us went through with the shit we went through for nothing. Nothing. Especially the volunteers. And if you know what a volunteer is, You are one of the advanced souls that come down here with teachings that's already stored within your DNA, but you gotta unlock it. It has to be unraveled. We all came here with our memories erased. But as a young child, I could remember I had a photogenic memory. Like I could remember shit. I could hear sound in my mind and pull apart a beat, a symphony. Like this shit I could create on my own. I don't have that type of, like I don't have it anymore. You know, not as strong as I used to have it. But I know that it had to go, I had to find it back within my childhood. That's where it was hidden. It was hidden within the inner me, the little me, the child within me that has been stagnated and muffled, you know. And so after I came out of that program, that's when things began to unravel for me and start coming to me, like just a lot of synchronicities. Some were traps, some was catalysts, some was meant to happen to help me shake some shit up, and I accepted that all because that was part of my awakening at this stage that I'm on now, because I do believe there's more. But a lot of us are advanced souls out here, you know, and with special gifts and qualities and teachings, and you just play your part, you know, just do your best. Don't come on here claiming you this, you that, when you really don't know yet, because I don't know everything. I'm only telling you what I've gone through thus far is my life experience. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I can offer at this point. Is like, look, I just came from the underground, and let me tell you the shit they got going on that side. You see what I'm saying? So we all have, I feel like we all been posted on certain grid lines, ley lines, or have certain experiences for a reason, you know? And we all find it. We find our way. You just can't give up on that. You know what I mean? Keisha, you want to come on? I know Starla ain't. I know Keisha ain't gonna probably want to come on either. I cannot see with these damn glasses. I'm gonna get a new pair. But let me tell you. See, I'm blind, y'all. And I just turned, what, I think I'm 17 years old. Yeah, I just turned 17 on the 11th. 17, baby, that's it. That's all. I don't age no more. I ain't aging after that. I stopped counting. And I'm moving, and I moved right into Jupiter this year. So, look at me for me. Well, it's all about how I play these cards. Because now that I'm in Jupiter position, is game on. That means abundance, windfalls. It can mean so many different things, because remember, energy, it goes two ways. There's always an opposite, a disagreeable and an agreeable. But when you get in this position, that's where you really want to work your magic. You know what I mean? That's where you want to start applying for things, applying for loans, fixing your business, or it's all about expansion, you know? And so that's the level I'm at right now. Okay, that's the level I'm on right now, just slowly expanding. I'm not rushing. I got a plan. I got a vision. I'm still laying the foundation, because at the end of the day, I'm not rushing. That's where I think people make a lot of mistakes. It's just trying to compete and trying to rush, and not me. I'm fucking chilling. You know, hooray for everybody else. I got my plan. I'm sticking to it because I know that I'm trying to really, you know, look at the bigger picture and go further than what I see on the surface, because at the end of the day, I have a daughter, like I have a child that I am trying to secure some things for, and then some, you know. Something has to change here, and this generation, whoever is supposed to break out, I don't know if it's me, if it's her, but something has to change. And growing up how we have grown up and watching my family members work or hustle or struggle is not something I can't see happening no more. Like, not for me, you know, not for my own, like, to pass that on. I cannot sit with that, you know. I just consciously, I can't. And especially if I know that I too can make a change, even if it might sound outlandish or worry or it don't sound right, it doesn't fit status quo. I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm not here to worry about that, because that's my kryptonite. My kryptonite is me caring what other people think. So, I don't care. You see? And when I get in that mind state, that's it. Ain't no stopping me after that. So knowing your kryptonite, your blind spot, you know what's your position as far as what would you have to unlock. And you know me, I'm a student in cardiology. I read that shit like crazy all day, every day, you know, and I've been making it happen one way or the other. I've been busting down people's whole life path, like look, boom, boom, boom. Now for me seeing it myself, hey baby, what's going on? You want to come on camera? That's Clay, my cousin. He an ace of spades, and he don't even know that he's a fucking magi. See what I mean? He knows he's a magi, because that's my blood cousin. But I'm Pluto to him. No, he's Pluto to me. But one of the most powerful cards is the Ace of Spades, because they're considered the Magi's, the magicians. They can make money out of nowhere. Yeah, they could hold little secrets, but occult knowledge would, like metaphysics, they would be good at as well, you know. But all the cards are strong, all of them. You know, you're gonna have a disagreeable and an agreeable. So it's like reading astrology. You know what I mean? But once I started studying this shit, I was able to more navigate things better, you know. And now that I know I'm moving into that Pluto position, I'm like, yeah, it's go time now, because I'm right in the fucking center. I just went through a mystic triangle, 7 years of dark night of the soul, and that's probably what you're feeling and experiencing, Starla, is you're going through a mystic triangle. And it's going to be dark and feel crazy. But once you come out, the whole goal is you're trying to come out that 7-year cycle where you end up in the center. And now I'm in the center. And my birthday was 2 days ago on the 11th. So I'll be in this position for the next 12 months. Which means I got to make some shit pop. I'm talking about bank loans, grants. I'm going for every fucking thing. Okay, they have stole my identity. They declared that I was DOA, whatever you want to call it, even though we are in their eyes, because we're just connected to the birth certificate any fucking way. So according to them, we're not really a living entity when we really are natural living beings. So, but I'm like, all these things now, and me finding that out, and me finding out that I was a victim, you know, I'm not want to say victim, but my identity, everything was compromised. So now I'm handling that. You feel me? And I had to put the work in to handle that. I had to hire some people to make that shit happen. And that money didn't come out the air either. I had to grind for that. You know, the right way, you know, with integrity. But I had to take money and reinvest it instead of me spending it on bullshit that I don't need. Like if I want to look cute, get my hair done, get, you know, nice things, I could actually do that, but that's not where my mind is at right now. Right now, I'm trying to build some things, and when we all get on that level, keep it simple and just start reinvesting yourself, reinvesting your money, start putting your money in places where that shit can grow because you want it to be that way. As a what a spade, cuzzy, what's that for me? That, well, what that means for you, Clay, is that you are, first of all, you're a powerful person, okay? Business minded. Definitely you have occult knowledge. You're an old soul like me. It's no secret that we're related. And it also is connected back to Grandpa, because Grandpa is a king of spades, which is the God energy, the God card. I'm a king of, and nobody can't take the place of the king of spades. The king of spades is the most strongest energy in the deck. Gung is also a king of spade energy, right? No one can take their place. However, what this means for you is that you're here to also make some changes. You're good with yo, I cannot fucking talk right now. I'm sorry, y'all. You sit in your natural spread. Yo, I don't know. I may have to come on, y'all. This is my son, and I don't know why he blowing my fucking phone up like this. I'll be right back, because I don't even know how to pause this. I'll be right back, guys.